Hello, my friends, and welcome. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. Thank you for joining me today. I had a request. I love requests. So, anytime that I can do something to help make your life a little bit better, always, please let me know. But today we're going to work on shoulders. So, side sleepers, folks who have a tendency, computers, driving, so a lot of forward activities as opposed to standing tall, really good posture. Those of you guys who know me, I'm all about posture. So anything we can do to promote that good posture and keep it, the longevity of good posture, guys, will just help you stay young each and every day that passes. And my goodness, they go quickly. Side sleepers, so if you're sleeping on your side and you're getting kind of some tension going on in the shoulders, if there's always a lot of forward motion through the shoulders and not so much to be able to keep them limber and to keep that posture. So we're going to do lots on the neck and the shoulders and upper back today. So if you do find anything that does not feel fantastic to you today, be mindful, be like, why is that? Is it painful or is it just really, really challenging? Straps, towels, belts, always an amazing gift to give to yourself if you do have tighter shoulders. So anytime we bring those hands around behind the back, you would just take a hold of that towel or belt or strap in each hand and just bring your hands together as close as you can get them without discomfort or pain. All right, guys. So in a seated position that feels okay to you, we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to do a couple shoulder shrugs. So just those shoulder rolls, ball and socket joint in the shoulders. And we're going to promote that full range of motion, right? So that big circle. One more rotation, take it up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Now we're just going to bring those shoulders forward and we're going to hollow the tummy and chest. We're going to bring the hands forward and we're going to see how close we can get those shoulders, squeezing the pecs, squeezing through the chest. Now slowly draw those shoulder blades together, roll those shoulders back, open the chest, activate through that upper back. Breathe, hold here. Now we're going to lift those arms, relax the shoulders, and we're going to do the same thing, drawing those elbows towards one another. So we're going to keep them in line. We don't want those hands flare out or come in. We want to keep the hands right over the elbows, elbow shoulder height, and we're going to see how close we can get those elbows. Can you touch your forearms? You might not be able to. It's okay. Now rotate your palms towards your face, back of the hands towards me, and slowly open those elbows. And we're going to pull those elbows back. So still just shoulder height. Breathe. Find your breath. Inhaling it back, drawing those elbows towards one another, closing the palms towards your face. Elbows are shoulder height. And again, we're going to pull those elbows back. That's Duke. Say hi, Duke. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Breathe. Bring it back to neutral. And we're going to cross that left arm out in front of us. And we're going to bring the hand to the behind the tricep and pull the arm in nice and tight. Now turn your gaze out over that left shoulder with a little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Breathe, slow, steady breaths. Just letting go of tension in the neck and the shoulders. Inhale, lift your head, turn it back to face front. And we switch sides, now crossing that right arm. That left hand to the tricep and pull that arm in nice and tight. Slowly take your gaze out over that right shoulder with a little tuck of your chin towards your collarbone. Nice, big, deep breaths. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. And gently release those hands down by your side. Sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, release the chin towards the chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Keep that posture. Keep those shoulders rolled back. Turn your gaze out over that right shoulder as far as you can turn your head. Keeping those shoulders drawn back. Down and away from the ears. Turn your gaze back to front. And then slowly take your gaze out over that left shoulder, far as you can turn your head. Breathe. Slowly bring it back to center. And gently tuck the chin towards the chest. Roll those shoulders up and back. Press your palms towards the mat. We roll the head to the right ear over the right shoulder. Breathe. Now press that left palm towards the floor. Roll the chin back towards chest and then over to the left. Left ear over the left shoulder. And now press that right palm towards the mat. Just that really nice stretch all the way down through the neck into the shoulder. Breathe. Releasing the chin back towards the chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, open the arms out to a T. We're going to bring our hands together. We're going to cross at the wrists, bringing the palms to touch. Interlace your fingers. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, reach your knuckles forward. Hollow your back, your chest. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, we're going to pull the hands in, keeping those fingers interlaced. And then exhale, press it out. Inhale, pull it in. So we're working mobility through the wrists, through the forearms, through the tibia. Sorry, the radius and the ulna, pulling it back in. And exhale. If you're working the tibia, that would be an issue because that's your leg. And pull it in. Beautiful. Extend it out. Lift your head, and we're going to switch. So the other hand's on top. I love when my brain does stuff like that. It's all good though, because I'm sure you've never done that before. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, reach your knuckles forward. Hollow your chest. Tuck your chin. And as you inhale, pull it in. Now just notice if one side, maybe it's a little more challenging than the other. Exhale and extend it out. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale and pull it out. Inhale, pull it in. Last one. Exhale, press it out. Release your hands down by your sides. And let's come forward, up onto all fours, to tabletop. We're going to extend those arms out nice and long, sitting back to child's pose. So now I'm sitting back to child's pose. You feel this in your shoulders a lot. We got some really tight shoulders that we've got to work out, guys. So it should just feel a really nice stretch. Maybe it's a really deep stretch, not so nice, but we just want to make sure that there's no pain. We're going to inhale it up to a modified high plank, and we're just going to work range of motion through the shoulders, staying strong through the core. Sit it back to child's pose. Moving at your pace. Inhaling it up. Exhaling and sitting it back. Again, inhaling it up, draw those shoulder blades down and away. Exhale and press it back. Inhale. Hold here. Roll those shoulders back, strong through the belly. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. So down dog not only is strengthening pose for those shoulders, but also range of motion. We're going to inhale, and that same thing we just did, inhaling into plank, only on a little bigger variation. Exhaling into down dog. We inhale it to high plank. We're going to do one more. Exhaling to down dog. Inhaling to high plank. Exhaling to down dog, shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back knee can come to the mat, or you can keep that knee off. We lift those arms to a crescent lunge. So we're going to activate some muscles through those legs just to get the body nice and warm. Finding those shoulders soft and away from the ears. We're going to circle the arms forward, around behind, all the way up tall. Now we're going to incorporate those legs at the same time. Straightening that front leg as the arms come forward. As the hands pass by your hips, sink into those legs. So we're making as big of a circle as we can make with those arms. Working that ball and socket joint. Keeping that chest open, chest nice and tall. Last one. Pull here. Circle the arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers again. Towel strap. Anything you need to help. Roll those shoulders back, opening the chest. Breathe. As you exhale, arch it back, a little or a lot, opening the chest, activating through that upper and middle back. Find your breath. Inhale, slowly rise, beginning to hinge forward, nice long diagonal line down the back of the body. Now we can keep those hands resting here if that shoulder roll feels good to you, or to activate even further, extend those arms out in front. Turn your palms towards the ground, spread your fingers wide, take a big breath in, reach, and as you exhale, pull. Lift your gaze, lift your chest. Inhale, reach it out, long diagonal line. Exhale and pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale and pull. Inhale and reach. Exhale and pull, hold here. Keep that chest tall, reach overhead. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently releasing it down to down dog. Inhaling to high plank. Exhaling to down dog. Again, inhaling to high plank. Exhaling to down dog. One more time. Inhale it to plank. Exhaling to down dog, shifting your weight to your right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back knee to the mat if you like. Big circle of those arms overhead. Our crescent lunge. Firing up those legs. Tall through the chest, strong through the belly. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Circle the arms to the back. All the way around behind, all the way up tall. Now we're going to bring those two together. As you inhale, straighten that front leg, big circle to the back. As the hands pass by your hips, sink into that leg, arms circle overhead. Again, big circle. Challenging a little bit of balance for us. Work in that range of motion. Finding that breath. Last one. And sink. Circle the arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers all but the index finger and thumb. Roll those shoulders. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, gaze to the sky. Breathe. Find your breath. And inhale it up nice and tall, lengthening and hinging forward. Long diagonal line down the back of the body. Core is strong. Again, we can stay here or extend those arms out in that diagonal line. Turn your palms towards the ground. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Lift the chest. Lift your gaze. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale and pull. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale and pull. One more time. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale and pull. Hold that pull. Reach it overhead. And flow forward. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. And extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Breathe. Now we're going to bring our hands around behind our back, interlacing your fingers, grabbing a hold of that belt or strap, whatever you might need. If you need to adjust, moving your head back towards you a little bit, back towards your knees, because we're going to rock forward to the crown of the head. So we want to make sure that we're kind of resting almost on the hairline, if you will. And we're going to roll those shoulders up and back, bringing those palms to touch as best we can. Lifting the arms high as you can get them. Now slowly, slowly, beginning to lift your bottom, pulling that bottom off of the heels, rolling towards the crown of the head, allowing those arms to just be as heavy as you can. Making sure that you are taking care. You are not asking too much of your body before it's ready. Slowly bringing the hands to the small of the back as you lower back down.
Gently releasing one hand and then the other. And we rise. And I invite you to either remain on your knees or come down onto your bottom, whichever feels better for you. If you remain on your knees, just a really nice quad stretch, but we want to make sure that those knees stay happy and healthy. We're going to take that left arm and we're going to cross that left hand over to the right shoulder. We're going to lift the elbow and we're going to place that right hand kind of just at the elbow. And we're going to press that left elbow back so that it's almost like we're reaching back behind us and bringing that upper arm run underneath the chin and slowly release the pressure. So we're just guiding that hand. Now press it across. So really nice release through the back of the shoulder. And release. We're going to do that 2 more times. And press it. And come back to center. And press it back. And back to center. And we switch sides. So now we place that right hand to the top of the left shoulder. We're going to lift that right elbow and place that left hand just at the elbow, and where that hand is going to guide us. So that left hand gently presses back, drawing the upper part of the arm underneath the chin, and we're just reaching back with those right fingertips and then release. So you should feel a really nice stretch, guys. All the way through the shoulder. You might feel this through your tricep. You might feel this in your upper back, and release. We're going to do that 2 more times. If you need to get off of your knees and come down onto your bottom, that is absolutely fine. And release. We're going to do that 1 more time. And press. And release. Release the arms down by your sides. Big shoulder rolls up and back. And again, up and back. Oh, and just because it feels really good, 1 more time. Up and back. And let's go ahead and come over onto our right hip. Feet are off to the side, off towards that left hip. So if you were sitting cross-legged on your bottom, just sweep both feet over off to the side. Right hand onto the mat. Left arm up and over. A little mermaid here. Taking it up and over. And then reaching down towards your feet. Right arm comes up and over. Big long stretch all the way through the side of your body. Range of motion through the shoulder. Let's do that 1 more time. Take it up and over. Coming down onto that right hand as low as you'd like. And then lifting it back up. And over. And we come back to center. Use your hands, support, shift to the other side. Left hand to the outside of your hip. Right arm comes up and over. We lean in, bending that left elbow. Just come as low as you like. And inhale it back up. And over. Big long stretch all the way down that left side. Inhaling it up and over. We got 1 more each side. Oh, feels good. And up and over. Last one. And coming back to center. So we're going to keep that left leg just the way it is, and we're going to sweep that right leg up and over. So we're going to work to stack our knees as best we can, bringing those feet to the outsides of our hips, sitting up nice and tall. So this is a really nice hip stretch. This is just a bonus because our cow face pose is going to focus on those shoulders. If your hips are really tight and you feel like that might hinder your ability to get into the shoulders, I just invite you to sit cross-legged or some way that feels okay to you. Cow face pose is a wonderful pose though for the hips, for the shoulders, for posture, for the spine, for the core. You can stay right here if you prefer to just stay focusing on the hips. But I'm guessing that because you chose to do this video, your shoulders need a little love too. Okay, so again, if it's taken away, too much stretch for the hips is taken away from those shoulders, just focus on the shoulders. All right, my friends, lifting that right arm up, elbow bends, hand comes behind your head. Left hand to the elbow and gently press. Now, as we start to add in those shoulders, I want you to notice what happens with the hips. If those hips, if you start to kind of lift it over onto that left hip, bring it back down. Now, we can stay right here with the chin off the chest, or if you like, circling that left arm around behind you. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. If you cannot find them and you happen to have that strap or towel, take it in your top hand, drop it down to the bottom hand. Let that be your guide. How are your hips? Find that breath. Close your eyes. Can you still smile, my friends? If you're like not even close, I want you to back off a little bit. And I want you to be able to find that smile. I want you to feel that length in your spine. Mobility through the shoulders, mobility through the hips, but always making sure that we can breathe. Gently releasing the hands, placing the hands to the soles of the feet. We lengthen through the crown of the head as we slowly begin to hinge forward. Allowing that upper body to just relax down onto that right leg. Breathe. Nice, big, deep breaths. We lengthen through the crown of the head and we slowly rise all the way back up. Releasing the legs, and we're going to switch. So crossing, right leg under, left leg over. And we're going to focus. Yeah, now we got that left hip. Which hip needs a little more love for you? I think mine are pretty even today. So really working to stack those knees as best you can. Sometimes it's going to happen, sometimes not even a little bit. So sitting cross-legged is absolutely fine. Again, we don't want to take away from the shoulder stretch. So if the hips are like, woo, and they're like off the charts today, settle down a little bit with them. Find a place where you can relax, okay? And we're going to work on those shoulders, taking that left arm up and back. Taking that right hand to the elbow and gently press. Chin staying off the chest. What has that left hip done? If it's lifted, can you bring it back down? If you like, circle that right arm around behind your back. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. Keeping that chin off the chest. Keeping those hips, those sit bones glued to the earth. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Strong through the belly. Always good posture, guys. Breathe. Can you smile? Please be able to smile. We gently release the hands, palms of the hands to the soles of the feet. We lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly begin to hinge forward. Releasing the weight of the upper body down. As you come forward, just that deeper stretch. Now, even if your legs are crisscrossed and you're in easy pose, coming forward, guys, beautiful stretch, whatever feels good to you. We lengthen through the crown of the head, core strong, and we hinge it all the way back up. Nicely done. Let's rock back to the bottom. Bring those knees together. Hands support behind your thighs. Rock it back. Boat pose. We're just going to support our boat pose. Rolling those shoulders back. I want you to feel that activation through that upper and middle back. I want you to feel the strength in your belly. Breathe. Releasing that support only if you like. And slowly begin to extend those legs. Slow and steady. Keep that belly button drawn in. Flex your feet. Lower those heels. Reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Tummy down, chest down, hands, and then relax the weight of your head. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands down by your sides. And we're going to flip over and come over onto all fours once again. Extending those arms out, let's come forward into a modified plank. As slow as you can go, crocodile down. All the way down onto your tummy. And we're going to take those arms out to a 90-degree bend. Resting your chin to the mat. Breathe. Now we're going to lift that left hand and place the palm of the hand against the mat. And we're going to slowly press that left hand into the mat as you roll over and bring that left leg behind you. So you can press and you can pull that hand in closer. You can press as much as you like, opening up to get that great stretch through the front of that right shoulder. Now we want to make sure that that elbow and the shoulder are right in line. You should feel a great stretch, but no pain. If there's pain, back off. No pain allowed. And then slowly release it back. Extending left arm, shoulder, and elbow right in line. We're going to turn our gaze so that left cheek rests on the mat, placing that right palm against the mat, and we're going to begin to roll ourselves over onto that left side. Right leg is going to pull back, only as much as is right for you. So again, we want to make sure that the elbow and the shoulder are in line and just getting a really nice stretch through the front of the shoulder. A really nice stretch for the pec, but absolutely no pain. Slowly we roll it back. Bringing the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Again, if you have that strap or towel, belt, absolutely beautiful. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to lift the upper body and we're going to reach those knuckles back towards the heels. Now the tops of the feet remain on the mat and our gaze is forward towards the top center of our mat. And then gently release it down. Let your hands just gently rest. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, squeeze your buns, point your toes. How much of the front of your leg can you get off the mat? And gently release it down. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift just the upper body. Tops of the feet remain on the mat. Reach those shoulders back. Reach those fingers or the knuckles towards your heels. And slowly release it down. Again, one more time with the legs. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, squeeze your buns. Point those toes. How much of the tops of your thighs can you get off the mat? And release. Now we're going to tie those two together. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, lift upper and lower body. Locust pose. Gazing forward towards the top center of your mat so we're not really looking far forward. Just keeping that nice neutral spine. How much of the tops of your thighs can you get off the mat? And release. We're going to do that one more time. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, squeeze. Squeeze those buns. Point those toes. Roll those shoulders back. Super active pose, guys. And release. Release your hands right by your chest and press it back to child's pose. That's a pretty intense pose, guys. So lots of activation all the way down the back of your body, that posterior chain. So as you draw those shoulders back, as you reach through those knuckles, all of those muscles through the upper, middle, and lower back kicking in. Nice work. Find your breath. And let's walk those hands up. Come over onto one hip. Sweep those feet around. Extending the legs out nice and long. Reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head. Releasing through that lower back. Amazing stretch through those hamstrings. Breathe. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet and ever so slowly begin to roll yourself back. And relax. We pull one foot in by the bottom and then the other. Breathe. Feet are hip width apart. Tuck the pelvis. Press that small back into the mat. And then slowly begin to lift your hips towards the sky. Peeling your spine off the floor, one vertebra at a time. We come up to bridge pose. At the top of our bridge pose, we're resting in the back of the head and the back of the shoulders. Keeping that core strong, buns soft, we begin to lift those arms towards the sky. And then slowly, slowly, lower those arms straight back overhead. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky.
And exhale, slowly lower those hands, keeping the buns tight. Again, lift those arms. This time at the top, fingertips point towards the sky. We're gonna lower the tricep to the floor, bending the elbows to a 90-degree bend, and then we're gonna slowly lower the palms of the hands towards the ground, noticing if there is a stopping point. Wherever that is, it is. Lifting the fingertips back towards the sky, and then slowly letting the back of the hands come towards the mat, noticing if there's a stopping point. So again, those elbows are right in line with those shoulders. Slowly lower the upper body down. Each individual vertebra coming back to the mat. Again, lift the fingertips towards the sky, pressing the small of the back into the mat, slowly lowering the fingertips, the palms towards the ground. Noticing as we release that intensity through the upper body, we've lowered our bridge pose. Is there a little more mobility in those shoulders? We lift the fingertips, and once again, taking the back of the hands towards the ground. Breathe. Lifting the fingertips towards the sky, adding that pelvic tilt. Slowly press through your heels. Lift your hips towards the sky. We come back up to bridge pose. We bring the arms around behind us, interlacing the fingers, all of the fingers, rolling those shoulders underneath you if you like. Now press through those heels. Lift your hips as high as you can get them. Opening up through the chest, stretching through the shoulders, activating those glutes, those hamstrings. Gently releasing your hands, unrolling one shoulder and then the other. Slowly releasing down, one vertebra at a time. Till your bottom is the very last to touch. Bringing one knee in towards your chest and then the other, hands to the shins just below those knees. Gently rock side to side. Just a little love for that lower back. Those bridge poses can be challenging. Great for activating those glutes and hamstrings, so great for realigning your spine. Good stuff, good stuff. Coming back to center. Bringing the hands behind your thighs, rock yourself up. And let's turn to face fronts. Coming to easy pose. Let's give those shoulders a nice good roll, individually, together, whatever feels good. I just want you to notice. I want you to swing those arms, opening and closing, switching which arm is on top. Just noticing if there's mobility, increased mobility. Maybe a little bit lesser tension. Okay, so now this time I want you to cross left arm over the right. And we're gonna wrap those arms around us and we're gonna hold on to those shoulders as best we can. Can you reach around behind and take a hold of those shoulder blades? Space between those shoulder blades. And then slowly release your chin towards your chest. And nice big deep breaths. Inhale and lift your gaze. Open those arms and switch. Ah, yes. So maybe you can reach further back with one hand on top versus the other. And a gentle tuck of your chin towards your chest. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope your shoulders are feeling the love, guys. You put a lot of energy, a lot of work into that today. Inhale, lift your head. Gently release your arms down by your sides. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Just letting go. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Reach to the sky. Exhale and pull those hands to heart center. I thank you for all the wonderful submissions, all of the requests. The opportunities for me to be creative and help you guys feel better, be stronger, to be happier and live a healthier life. I appreciate it more than you know, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you subscribe. I hope you come back with me often. But be well, guys. My wish for you always is light and love fill your days. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Be well. And until the next time, namaste.